about 100 conferences on defining the quality of electric supply, which is as simple as that. But talking about the quality of a graduate is not an easy thing, and we have never spent real time on that. We have just talked about we should have quality. And our examination paper, I think 3 years before, or AICT did a wonderful exercise on examination reforms. But very few institutions have really incorporated in that into the actual day-to-day work. So my take, friends, is let's talk about attributes. If we talk about, let's say, problem solving is a subject, then if it comes to mechanical engineering, the second half of the problem solving may be some case studies in mechanical engineering. If it's electrical engineering, the subject is still problem solving, and some case studies could be electrical engineering. So we have to redefine the focus on education. Problem solving could be a subject, quality could be a subject, accreditation could be a subject, and then the case studies should reflect on that. The moment we keep on redefining the problem to narrow and narrow, for example, designing the carburetor of an engine of the car is a very standard problem. But instead of that, can we say, write an essay on how can we have cost-effective transportation between Delhi and Bombay? So once the problem becomes bigger, problem becomes more broad, the answers will be many. And once the answers are many, then only you come to a solution of to what it is. So I've been debating in myself for quite some time and saying that our focus has to be on attributes rather than hardcore subjects. I'm working on a committee assigned by Professor Sitaram on the branches of engineering. Earlier also we attempted this when Professor Sahasrabudhe was there. I mean, I'm a professor of computer science, but if you ask me, what is the difference between computer science and IT? Pardon me, I will fail. I can't answer this. And we say institution A is approved for computer science, but not approved for IT. We say institution A is accredited for computer science, but is not accredited for IT. Now, these are the statements I don't think any sensible academician can ever understand, despite the parameters of manuals and attributes. So, my dear friends, I think, can we think today, start thinking in terms of very different paradigms? The difference between science and engineering will go away very soon. It was never there. Applied science was engineering. We needed to give more focus, and therefore engineering came. In India, we gave more focus than any other country in the world on very specialized engineering institutions because we felt it is needed for development. And more we have done that, now we are more worried about sustainability problems. Now, could development automatically lead to sustainability problems, or could we find a balanced solution all the time? That has to be a subject, that whenever you do a developmental issue, is it leading to sustainability? Issues will keep changing, friends. It's very difficult to predict what will happen in 47. I think even 27 is difficult. Because you think about ChatGPT. The thunderstorm which ChatGPT brought, in 3 months everybody was sick of ChatGPT. And now it has become much more balanced a tool than otherwise. Artificial intelligence, everybody's buzzword. It has the potential of killing the world. And the scientist who left Google after 10 years work on artificial intelligence says, I feel I am as guilty as the scientist who invented bomb, because I have worked on AI. On the other hand, AI is on record to say that AI alone can reduce carbon emissions by 40% if properly used. If all of us use cloud with AI, the carbon emissions can reduce by 40% and life's many problems could be solved. So my dear friends, I think focus on what's the problem, what's the solution, how can we solve it, has to be the education, not syllabus this, exam this, class lecture from 8 to 9. This will have to change slightly and gradually, at least, to take us towards this. we will have to have more synthesis on medical sciences, non-medical sciences. It has happened, started happening, but much more is required. I've seen people say we have started interdisciplinary on public health engineering. What have you done? We have reduced 3 courses on civil engineering to be public health engineering. That doesn't make it public health engineering. Unless you have botany courses therein, the students of public health engineering do not know what is the total dissolved salts and can they be public health engineering. So friends, I think we should go to defining attributes of education. What do we expect of a good citizen? Value system, hygiene, philosophy of working, good citizenship, good governance strategies, good way of life, our culture, our understanding of a nation, understanding the world, and then these subjects aid us. Unfortunately, we put all the focus on the subject and then believe God will help me to become a better citizen, and so on and so forth, which has not worked. I have done engineering all my life, and I always say, when we talk about engineering, we produce refrigeration engineers without caring whether they have become good mechanical engineers. We produce mechanical engineers without caring whether they have become good engineers. We produce engineers without caring whether they have become good scientists. We produce scientists without caring whether they have become good human beings. So meaning thereby, we beautifully decorated my 4th floor flat, making sure that the foundation is weak, and then believe that this world will go on. I think some house like this, which is a think tank, will have to have a critical look at the whole thing. That beautiful bedroom on the 4th floor should be worrying me rather than making me satisfied. And unless I do that, I think neither the house will remain nor we will remain. So I am only giving a call that this think tank may start thinking some basic changes, because cosmetic changes have taken us a little far, but they have not taken us very far. They will not be able to take us very far. Cosmetic changes are easy, so we all sleep with that. Drastic changes will be difficult, will be risky, but then risk is the way of life. I think I quoted in the last conference, the king of the jungle succeeds only 17% of the times. And he is still called king of jungle. And we wanted to be successful all the time. So once we make that mistake, that we don't want to fail, we will always fail. And that's my call. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here, to share some of my rather strange and strong thoughts. And I hope it will lead to some meaningful discussions during the day. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.